Thank you, friends, for joining us here on Leela's virtual stage, our YouTube channel, Leela SF. Thank you so much for being here. In actuality, I am in my apartment in Oakland, California, but the picture behind me is our beloved Exit Theater in San Francisco, downtown San Francisco, and we can't wait to be back in you when it is safe to do so. So soon, we are crossing our fingers soon. But in the meantime, we are performing here on our YouTube channel for you, and tonight is our very last show of the summer season. We've been having a great time this summer doing all sorts of experiments on the online platform, and I'm excited to have two improv cousins for us around the Bay Area, as well as our pie ensemble on the Verge tonight. So I'll go ahead and introduce our improv ensembles from last to beginning, but before I do so, just a reminder that we are doing improv live tonight, and we need your audience suggestions. So I'm going to be going into the comment stream every once in a while asking for audience suggestions, but also this is a chance for you to give us kind of live feedback throughout the show. So if there's something that you really enjoy tonight, if there's an actor's line of dialogue that you were like, woohoo, or a moment, go ahead and do some shout outs for performers or give some applause emojis. We all love that audience feedback. So it's a great way for us to feel that live experience. So thank you in advance for that. So I'll go ahead and introduce the groups tonight. Each group tonight will be doing a 30-minute set, and our mission at Leela is truthful artistic play. So you're going to see lots of different flavors of that mission. So our very last group is the last show of the season for our pie ensemble on the Verge. So this group has been exploring that space, that liminal space between comedy and drama, and they're going to be exploring some improvised stories having to do with a family. So that is on the Verge, directed by Diana Brown. So shout out to her and her directing with this group. Our second group this evening is some improv cousins from the Sacramento area. Andy Sarowin, Andrea Love, and Ford Lawson, a trio, are going to be exploring a format for you tonight that is inspired by one of their favorite TV shows. So you're going to be in the kind of TV genre with them tonight. And our very first group that I'm about to introduce is doing some experimental stuff. They are going to be doing an audio-only format, and these are also some folks that have been playing together across the Bay Area. And one of our teachers, Sid Starr, is featured in this group as well. So I have asked in the chat, they are going to need an inspiration of a number between 1 and 5. So I'm going to look at what you all have been typing in there. So we've got some 3s, we've got some 2s, a couple 5s. I think I'm gonna go for number 5. So let's bring to the virtual stage Tiger Trio.
Feels really weird to be back here, doesn't it?
Carol.
I think it's lovely, Carol. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing us in.
Carol, I was honestly, although it's hard, I was hoping to be able to see the Tupperware once again.
Yeah. I will go get it. It's probably still full of casserole if we knew Grandma.
Oh, maybe we could figure out what the recipe was. I know it was tuna. I know it was peas. I know there was some kind of cheese, or maybe it was mushrooms. I don't know.
I just feel that when I see the Tupperware, it's going to transport me back to the time when everyone was still alive.
Are you sure you want that?
I do. I want to remember that time. Of course, now is an incredibly happy time. I would never complain about the now, but the good old days.
Oh, come on, Matt. The good old days, they were good, and they were old, and old was great. We were just little tots.
It's okay to complain about the now, Matt.
No, I've been going to therapy. I've been told to be positive. I want to make sure that I don't introduce any negativity into an environment that, frankly, has a lot of plastic encased things in it. And I just don't want to go there. I don't want to go to negativity. I want to be on top of the plastic and not beneath.
Our grandma is dead, Matt.
But isn't this place so well preserved, Carol?
I think that's kind of negative. Isn't it a negative?
Jane,
You don't even sit on your own furniture?
Jane, this place is preserved it's almost like a temple to grandma. I mean, we could sell tickets. We could have people come in here and we could tell stories about how wonderful grandma really was.
Well, we're going to get a chance to do that at the estate sale.
We could worship Grandma, just like I worshipped her when I was a kid. Oh man, to come in here and turn on that old TV with the nibbly knobs and it was like to bend the little rabbit ears. Oh, it was like a game to get the TV going. Wasn't that so much fun?
I remember watching Batman and Robin from the 1960s, but we watched in the 1970s. You'd get the kapow, kabing, kaboom, and Robin and Batman. They were so masculine.
And now it's now.
Carol.
I'm just trying to be practical. You're gonna lose your shit again if you don't experience your emotions.
Don't bring up the again. That's a low blow, the again. I got over the again. And look, I mean, see the brightness in this room? I mean, sure, the weird sort of mayonnaisey mustardy yellow doesn't quite match the shrimp. And God knows what's going on with the pattern in the carpet. It does kind of still smell like talcum powder in here. But remembering the good weird stuff, that keeps me pleasant in the now.
Jane, I just as an aside, I wanted to tell you that my therapist the other day said that he ran into your therapist.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go get the casserole.
Yeah, Jane, it was great. Of course, he couldn't tell me any of the personal details of what your therapist said about you, but my therapist said that he heard from your therapist that you're making great progress, Jane.
Really? I mean, that means a lot. Because I went through my shrimp period in my art, and that color was not flattering for any wall, and it didn't sell well. And I really, I had to give up my apartment in New York, and that's why I'm here in Knoxville with you guys.
Oh, we promised we weren't going to go negative, so let's not call it your shrimp period. Let's call it your prawn or your lobster period. Just slightly higher status crustaceans.
Yes. No bottom feeders for us. I am not a bottom feeder. That's right. No. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
No. And the therapist, I mean, you can trust what I heard because I heard it from my therapist who heard it from your therapist who heard it's like fourth hand knowledge is it's got to be true.
Absolutely. That's how the history books work, right? I mean, they were never wrong.
Oh yeah, no, the history books are always written by winners. That's what they say, that the winners always write the history books. So we want to be winners.
That's right. You know what? Maybe my shrimp period wasn't a failure. Maybe it's an inspiration.
There wasn't any casserole left. But here's the Tupperware. Jane, You did I hear that you lost that apartment?
Well, I consciously departed from it. Is the
Did you?
that's the reframe.
Guys, I
You know,
gotta
we
go.
don't have to sell this house.
I gotta go clean the Tupperware. I'll be back.
Wait. What did you just say
I
about the
said
house?
I said we don't have to sell the house.
We're selling it?
Well, there was no one to live in it until maybe you.
You don't have to live in a house to own it.
Well, if there was going to be renters, then they were going to wreck it, and we don't want to wreck it. It's so well preserved.
I feel like those are excuses. I feel like you really you wanted to off this house. You wanted to off these gorgeous curtains. You wanted to off that quaint stove that you have to light with a match to get going.
Yes, I did. I wanted to move into the now.
Have you been in the now, Carol? After you graduated college, which was I think like a semester ago, because I think maybe your brain is still in semesters, as you college kids like to call it. Have you tried living in the now?
I thought I was going to start.
How was that plan going to go? Just out of curiosity. Just give me the list. Give me maybe. I'm sure you have a list and it's got all these little bullet points on it. Why don't you give
Yeah,
me that list?
the first bullet point is to sell this house.
Hey guys, I got the Tupperware clean, and I kind of feel like I need to. I go ahead and I'm gonna wrap it with the Saran wrap, and then I'm gonna put some aluminum foil around it.
Matt, did you know that Carol was selling this house?
What? No. Well, what? This no. No. I mean, no.
Okay. I just offered it to Jane. You lost your apartment. Do you want to live here? If you guys care about it so much, go
I mean,
ahead, move in.
didn't you hear my whole temple plan? That was serious.
I didn't think that was serious.
No,
That was so serious.
it's very serious. I mean, who wouldn't want to come here and pay money to see this? This is love. This whole look at that couch. Look at that couch in the middle of the room and the plastic over it, and it just screams love.
I mean, it must scream love. There's still some sort of weird, sort of drink ring glass stain on it. It's a bit sticky. I mean, that could have been Grandma's last drink, and it's right here on this couch.
It was used by love.
So you want people to come in here and imagine love? Because they're not going to remember it. Because this wasn't their grandma's house.
It could be their grandma's house when they pay their ticket and they come in. We could share with them exactly what it was like for us, and then maybe they'll leave here with a little bit of grandma.
She's gone, Matt.
I didn't look at her body in the open casket. I don't want to believe that she's really gone. I know mentally, I know really she's gone, but I don't want to believe that any grandma is ever gone.
And they're not. They're not. They are in your heart. Remember, Grandma said it was, one of her sort of like her happier days before her last passing breath days. She said that Grandma's always in your heart. She won't be. Don't you listen to Carol. Don't you let her blow steam on your glasses.
I'm not saying that she's not forever in our heart. It says so right on this throw pillow. I am forever in your heart. You can keep that.
I'm getting steam off of you. They're on my glasses, Carol. You say one thing, but I see in your eyes another. I see in your eyes the wanting of now, the wanting of having advantage of now and living your life as if we didn't come from this. Oh.
I don't care that I did it. Coming from this is great. I love the fact that I came from something, but I came from it. That part's in the past. It's now. Everything in the now came from something.
Look, I get
I'm
it.
just saying the same thing over and over and over.
You are. And you know why? It's because you just graduated from college where you regurgitate stuff. You think you know stuff, you put it in a paper so that the professors say, yeah, that supports the book that I wrote. And then you just come out with this sort of thing like, oh, I'm going to repeat myself until somebody gets me. But you know what the now is really about? The now is about knowing who you are, even if it's just a goddamn shrimp period. What is on your list that's for you, Carol? Besides selling a house, who are you?
I don't know.
It's because she doesn't have a therapist. She doesn't have a therapist.
Well, my therapist said that you shouldn't really therapize somebody else, so we can't play therapist here. So, can we? I don't think that's the right thing to do.
I don't think your siblings should be your therapist. No.
Oh, did you learn that in your psychology degree? Did you spewing that back one out at me? Okay. You know, it's really ironic that you got a degree in psychology, and yet we're the ones healing here.
Oh my fucking God.
In fact, I would go so far to say that I feel like not only am I healing, but that I am practically healed. There, I said it.
I thought that was great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. You know, it's really important when, to express gratitude, and then when somebody expresses gratitude, you acknowledge the vulnerability that it takes to say that, saying thank you is vulnerable.
It was very hard to say what I just said, so I appreciate all the backup, Jane, all the backup.
So speaking of backup, little Miss Carol, sounds like you need to have a sit down on Grandma's couch and cry out some hard, cold-hearted tears or something. There's something going on in that little college brain of yours.
There's a reason why there's plastic on these, and that's so that when you sit down on them, you won't get any of your weird bodily greases on the furniture. So it's okay to sit down on them. They won't be hurt.
I would watch out for that sort of sticky spot over there, though.
Okay, fine. Here I am. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay. Put the feet up. They always have that in the pictures. They put the person puts their feet up and then they lie back and do that.
Okay. All right. I got my feet on the armrest. Grandma would hate that. Grandma would hate that.
Okay. I don't even know where to start. I think so what's your darkest childhood memory?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't burst out laughing, but yeah, no, that's exactly like the very first therapy question. Always.
You're making me not want to go to therapy.
Oh no, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, once you go past the deep dark trauma, then you eventually you get to Batman and Robin and the great masculinity and then you discover things about yourself that will blow your mind.
So yeah, what's your deepest, darkest childhood memory?
Are you sure? Because it's not really flattering to either of you.
Is this the time?
Yeah.
Look, just because, I mean, we were young and we're cousins, so it wasn't that, you know.
Wait, are we all thinking the same thing here? Because I'm thinking about the time I stole the cheese sandwich, which doesn't seem like the deepest, darkest childhood trauma imaginable.
No, Matt, it was the time that the two of you locked me in the basement.
Oh.
Yeah. I was kind of, okay, yes, I did regret that. I reserved that for my unfortunate friends, and I said, never family. I would never put family in there. And I put you in there. I betrayed that trust. I did. I'm so sorry that you, as my cousin, that I did that to you.
Carol, was that the time that you started to have that imaginary friend?
He wasn't imaginary. He isn't imaginary. I still see him sometimes. He's a real ghost. He's real. Frankie is a real person, except that he's a ghost.
Look, I always thought that Frankie was how you excused, all the weird things that like after I stole your cheese sandwich and then my cheese sandwich got stolen and you said it was Frankie. I just thought that was your way to kind of, get back at us.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that was some weird kind of punishment for me sticking you in a basement, which I got over, by the way. Don't have a basement anymore.
Getting trapped in that basement was the worst thing that ever happened to me, and it was also the best thing that ever happened to me because I would never have met Frankie. It took him like 4 hours to trust me enough to actually start talking to me in that basement.
The conversation continued. 1 hour later, as the conversation was still going on, the doorbell rang. And standing at the doorbell when the door was opened was someone who looked very much like Frankie. I was just here to drop off a package.
It's okay. It's okay. You can tell him the truth.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Well, I'm just going to come out and say it. Carol and I are in love. And we've been in love for quite some time.
And he's dead. We're in love and he's dead. And that's the now.
I've been deceased for also quite some time.
At least 200 years, best we can tell. I've looked at a lot of microfiche.
But I want to assure you that I will take amazing care of Carol. That there will be no one alive who will love her the way I will.
At the risk of sounding like I'm not processing. I'm not even sure. You seem like a very balanced person, vision, ghost thing, and that disturbs me about myself. Because if I can see you, oh my God.
So I'm feeling like I really want to call my therapist on my cell phone right now.
No, they hate it when you do that. They hate that. You can't.
I mean, it would be during non-office hours.
No, you can't.
Matt, this is a family issue.
It's It's just that when someone who, I mean, he was supposed to be imaginary, and now he's not imaginary. He's a freaking ghost who's dead and who's standing in front of us.
No, 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 I don't really know. We don't know, Matt. He might be imaginary and imaginary to us, too. I mean, granted, he's really handsome and like really well spoken and really like he seems like he's got his shit together. But when you've got 200 years, you have to have your shit together. But anyway, he might be real. He might be ghost. He might be our imagination. And this is effing. I'm not going to swear. This is effing with my head.
I thought Batman and Robin were the epitome of masculinity, but I am seeing it right in front of me, standing. And I don't know if it's okay to touch this person.
Well, no, that's boundaries, though. No, you can't. You have to ask, and it's not. That's.
I can't touch him. Nobody can touch him.
No one can touch me. I'm untouchable.
That's part of being a ghost.
It's part of I think it's part of the reason why Carol's attracted to me is I can't be hurt. I'm untouchable.
Can we clarify something? He's an imaginary ghost?
He's a real ghost. He's a real live ghost.
A real live ghost.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want. Okay.
Also, I wanted to let you all know that I did live here in this house, in that basement. It was where I've been for the last 200 years, but
that's why we had to sell it. That's why we had to sell it so that he can move in with me.
Exactly.
Okay?
Carol has freed me from 200 years of torment. And if this house isn't sold, my soul remains.
If we keep it in the family, then he's just going to stay in the basement. There's a whole thing. I had to do so much research, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Well, but Carol, it kind of breaks my heart that you never. Why did you not open up to us about this? I mean, this is true love. I mean, that's all Grandma really wanted for any of us. And
because I was hoping that Grandma would become a ghost and she didn't, okay? I didn't want to get the idea into your heads and how it break your hearts the way that it broke mine. Okay? I just ate the last of the tuna casserole and I will never ever get more because Susan will not be there to whisper in my ear how to make the tuna casserole. Because she can't pick up the pots and the can opener herself as a ghost. Because she's not a ghost. Because she's not anything. She's dead. She's gone and it's now.
Can I tell you something?
What?
The reason I didn't want to sell this house is because Grandma is in the basement.
No.
Oh my fucking God.
No, really? No. What?
She still talks to me. I could tell her that you're with this gorgeous, gorgeous man.
Look, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't level with you. Yeah, she's been down there with me. And yeah, no, she was, as soon as she died, she came down there. We've been having conversations, but if you've ever had someone that you couldn't really stand and you can't get out of a room with them and you think it's going to be another 200 years, I need to get this house sold to get me out of there. So please, Carol, you need to make a decision.
Is it going to be your man or Grandma?
Scene.
Yay! right, that was fun. Lots of plot twists. A real life ghost. I loved it. That was awesome. Thank you, Tiger Trio. So much fun. Cool, and thanks for performing on our
Thank
stage.
you.
Thank you.
What an interesting house. It was very ghosty. I loved it. Cool. So we're going to bring on another trio tonight. So these are some friends from the Sacramento area. Do you all want to come on from Secto with Love? Come on up. Hello, Andy, Andrea, and Four. Thanks for being here. So you guys asked for a number between 1 and 3 and a letter that starts with P. Very rhymey. I like it. So we've got some cool ones. We've got, thank you, Tanya Odesho. I love 1 pimple. We also have 3 pan flutes. Do you like that? Oh, and also
Wow.
2 pairs. Which one do you want?
I like pan flutes.
Yeah, 3 pan flutes.
3 pan flutes. Okay,
3
great.
pan flutes. Love
All
it.
right, have fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Here we go. And now, back to our show. Yeah.
I'm
Good
sorry, is
morning.
that delivery? Yeah. Is that for me?
Yep, this is for you. I just need you to sign real quick. Wow, you just waking up there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it shows. I mean, you look like you just woke up.
Okay.
That's all. It just,
Okay, you're sounding really, really speciesist right now.
well, I'm not trying to be interplanetary delivery.
Pick an eye. Pick an
I'm
eye.
sorry.
There's 3 of them. Pick an
Okay.
eye.
All right. Could you please just sign for this package, and I will be on my way.
I hate this planet. I hate this planet. All right.
Who is it? Who is it, babe?
Some idiot delivery guy.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you. Thank
What's
you
it-
so much.
You're welcome. Here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it. Thanks.
Planetary delivery is our guarantee from one
my God.
system to the other.
Hey,
right
don't
to your
expect
door.
a tip.
He can't even look me in the eyes.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm glad you got something. I was starving.
I hate this planet, Gregor.
Look, I understand it's not quite as nice as where you're from, but look, I need you to meet my family, okay?
I know. There's a whole friggin' ritual for you humans. It's like,
It's not a ritual, it's just getting to know each other,
no.
Quadranda.
It is a ritual. Look, which one of us studied the sociology of xenospecies at
All right.
Academy? Come on.
Look,
You
Quadranda, I
stand
don't want
in
to
front
fight.
of a religious official. You do a whole thing. Some cultures break glass. Look, I wrote a paper on this.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with your intellectual sensibilities. I agree. You're more qualified in this. But look, I don't want to fight with you today. I mean, I want us to be at our best, you know. Mother can be, well, sort of nitpicky.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, sweetie.
Okay, look, I'll get your lunch set up here on
Hey.
the plate.
Gregor, honey, the box is for you.
For me?
Yeah, what did you order?
Well, I mean, I was gonna split it. You know, I just got an omelet. You know, Denver omelet. I don't know if you've heard of Denver or omelets. Have you heard of either of those?
I've heard of omelets.
Yeah. I mean, look, do you want to split it with me? I know that eating is sort of a voluntary thing for you, but you know, maybe it would be nice for us to share a
if it's
meal.
important to you.
Yeah, look,
Another one of your rituals, right?
Look, Quadranda, I
It's
love
great.
that
It's
you
like
can.
it's like the Mandalorian meets Friends. You don't think it's gonna work, but it's great. It's hitting all the notes for me.
And then you do this like the thing where and then the teeth and then the muscle.
The smiling. It's called smiling.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah. And then I stick out. Which one of my arms should I shake? You shake. I mean, you don't actually like shake. It's such a
That's gonna
funny.
be funny later. Oh man.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but maybe the arm that doesn't have talons at the end.
That makes total sense, honey. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks, Quadranda. I appreciate you saying that.
I just want you to know that despite our differences, I love you. And nothing else is going to go wrong today.
I love you too.
Oh, they've set some stuff up. Oh, I don't. Do we have to? I mean, I know we got to get out of here in 5 minutes, but can we, after this next break?
Can you please just zip up the back of my dress? Oh my God. I know you love sci-fi, honey. I know you love sci-fi. It's just like, we're about to head out to the award ceremony. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, Liz. Fine. I'm turning it off. I'm dressed. You look amazing.
Yeah.
I have.
Are you really wearing that bow tie?
Yeah. I'm not going to wear this bow tie.
Okay.
Well, I just put it on to show you, just to give you an idea of what.
Yeah. It's real nerdy, honey. They all know. They all know. Yeah. I mean,
I'll go Tylus. I'll go Tylus. I just want to make a good impression on your work friends. I mean, I've only heard stories about them. They all sound so great, and I just want
to. Yeah. I think that's more like my storytelling skills than who they are inherently as people.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well,
I'm sorry. You don't want to like pollute the well, form your own first impression. Also, which tie are you going to wear? Also, it should be the navy blue one.
Okay. I was going to say no tie, but you said navy. I'll get the navy one.
Yeah, go get the navy one, sweetie. I'm going to call my mom really quick.
Okay.
So just yeah.
I'll go upstairs. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Mother. Hi.
How are you, dear?
Are you gonna watch?
Yes. I'm trying to make the TiVo work. I'm trying to. Your father decided that this was going to be a good week to completely change out the cable box or the modem or what have you. I don't even know how this works. There are 3 remote controls, honey. There are 3.
Okay. Do you need Diego to come over and sort it out for you?
Oh, honey, no. This is your big night.
Personal assistants have no hours to themselves. That is part of the deal. It's basically indentured servitude.
This is your big night. This is your big night. I don't want you to worry about a thing. Look, if anything, I'll go over to the Hendersons' house next door and I'll watch there if your father can't get this set
Margie
up, okay?
will talk the entire time.
Sweetheart, please. I just want you to enjoy yourself. My only goal is for you to be happy. My only goal.
Right. And my goal is for you to be proud of me. And if you're not watching every single thing I do and cheering along, then how do I know that I have achieved that goal? It's like if Margie Henderson is talking over my acceptance speech, then like, you won't hear me thank you. And then like, why should I even thank you?
Oh, honey, how is that handsome man of yours?
He's fine. He's wearing the navy tie.
Oh, the navy one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right, isn't it?
Wait, which one do you think he should wear?
I don't have an opinion. I think you have a spectacular sense of style. So if you've approved the navy one,
but you had the tone in your voice, like that you had an opinion.
No, I don't have an opinion. I don't have.
I'm panicking. Should he not wear the navy?
Sweetheart, I have to go. Your father, I have to go.
So
okay,
listen, Roland. one of the things you're gonna notice when you're setting up modems, when you're out on these kind of calls, is most people screw up their internet by trying to do stuff themselves. It's not just a box you plug in and flip a switch and the world of the internet opens up before you like some sort of a, I don't know, amazing digital fruit by the foot. This is some serious business. I mean, you can't just slap things around. So you got to go in ready to be the problem solver, because believe me, it gets crazy. These people lose their minds if they can't.
This is my first job out.
Yeah, that's why they paired me with you, Roland. I mean, I've been doing this for years.
No, I mean, it's like my first job out of the pen.
Oh. Well,
I used to make these things illegally, cable boxes.
Oh, you're one of those hot boxers.
Yeah. You know, I would say within the northwestern states, you know, Oregon, Washington, a little tip of top of California, I'd say that you're probably looking at the biggest of the hot boxers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Well, that's. Yeah. I mean, it's not what it said on the paperwork. I didn't realize. I thought it was just your first time out doing these boxes, but you might know more than me.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I know more than you. Look, you know, you're my mentor or whatever. But you know, look, so I mean, I'm here to show respect, okay? Because if there's anything I learned the last 15 years, it's respect. Because if you don't show respect, you bleed. You understand what I mean?
I think so. I mean, if you're meaning it metaphorically, I totally get what you mean. But if you're serious about bleeding, I'm miles away.
I'm talking about bleeding. So.
All right, Roland. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, I do.
And well, you chose to hold your hand over a cable manual. All right, we know what you believe in. Okay, honey. So you're here for your parole hearing. Let's see. You had 5 years for your hotboxing and 10 years for shanking your cellmate.
Yeah.
And you said it was an accident.
Well, it was an accident. Like, look, I'm not going to deny that the shank was mine. It was clearly my shank. But I wasn't going to use the shank on him. I just simply was storing the shank underneath his mattress. But, you know, in one of those, strange sort of act of God situations.
All right, honey, you don't have to defend yourself. Okay, this is a parole hearing. You served your time.
Okay.
You just have to prove that you are going to be okay going out there into the wild world, because things have changed, Roland. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I see that people, they don't use cable as much. I mean, what's it like? There's Netflix, and
right,
Hula. I don't even know what
there's
it is.
Disney Plus. There's Apple TV. There's HBO. There's HBO Max. There's Peacock TV. There's YouTube TV.
Okay, just stop it. It's too much. Just stop. How the hell is a guy like me supposed to make it in a world like this? You understand? I'm screwed. I can't stay out here with this. I mean, how am I supposed to, how am I supposed to make it in a system like this?
All right, Roland, settle down. The good news is the world is just basically one big fraternity. And I have a brother who runs a business. We're trying to get you set up here, Roland. Do you get what I'm saying? So do you swear that you will not do something like this again?
Yeah, I swear.
Pinky swear?
Well, I mean...
Because if I set you up with my brother's business, you can't be pulling this shit.
Well, I mean, in the pen, pinky swears, it means a different thing. I don't know if I want to do that.
All right, gentleman's handshake, whatever you want to do.
Okay, I can shake on that.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. We're done now. I got to go watch my show.
What? Okay.
Typical Earthling family. When I started dating his brother, I came in and they looked at these things like like I wasn't having any feelings or anything like that. I
Tell
mean, they
me
wouldn't.
about it. The third eye, they kept making jokes about their religion and something. It was called a Goya. Maybe it was yoga. I don't remember.
I just find it's best to just smile and bare your teeth. Just bare your teeth and nod,
Isn't that
nod.
so strange?
It is.
It's a
That's
form of aggression in most cultures.
Yeah.
I wrote my doctoral thesis on this at the academy.
Good for you. That's
I'm
very impressive.
so glad we have this support group, Belindranog. I mean, can you
Me too.
imagine?
I can't. I want so badly to sort of bring our species together, but here, especially here on this planet, it gets to be hard. I went in to get my driver's license a couple weeks ago. I have flown hovercrafts for years. I put it my hands. They wouldn't even give me proper steering sticks. They gave me a wheel. I chopped it in half.
Well,
And I failed.
that just seems like a violation of the Americans with Different Anatomies Act.
James, put that down. Put that down and come watch your show. Come watch the show with your dad. Come watch the show with your dad.
It's just hard sometimes because you're gonna meet their parents or their who are you saying?
I'm seeing Jacob, the older brother.
Right. You want to meet their nest mates or whatever they're called here. And
even
the show's a metaphor, James. It's a metaphor for real worldly things that are happening. The show's all about tolerance and pluralism. Okay, these are terms that you should know. Okay, these are terms that we should all know. Okay, because it's on all of us. History is on my shoulders. It's weighing down on me, just like on this show.
Yeah, don't ooze too much. They don't even know what to call each other. I met someone, they didn't even know I said, "Who's this?" And they just stumbled over their stupid singular
This is what
tongues.
I'm talking about. You got to know the way that people want to be called, James. You got to know that stuff, all right? It's not just political correctness, all right? It's what people want to be called. Come over here. Would you please?
I'm sorry, Belindranog. I'm sorry. I need to. This has just brought up a lot of things. I'm gonna go.
Do what you gotta do. I gotta. Oh wait,
yeah, you see this, James? The quadranda. She's crying now. She's crying. You know why? Because
she's a pussy.
James, I have told you to use female genitalia as a metaphor for weakness. It's so offensive. It's so offensive.
Because she's a ball sack.
James, but
what? That's male genitalia. I don't know what you want from me.
But see, the thing is even by saying that, you're thinking about gender in a binary. And that in itself is a problem. You're problematic with this.
Dad, you watch too much TikTok.
James, look, I'm not trying to be a pain in the butt for you. It's just I want you to survive in the world.
Oh, and butt's okay because butt's not gendered. Whatever.
That's right. Butts are
what
not
about
gendered.
people without butts?
Okay, I'm not going to sit here and have a semantics conversation with you, James.
I used to like this show, Dad. I used to like this show when I was a baby.
Your mother told me that you tried to burn down the house. Is that true?
If we're not all going to live there.
James, look, we've been over this. You're going to have 2 different rooms. You're going to have 2 different beds. It's going to be fine. I'm not going to be in this. Look, I'm sorry that you have to sleep on the couch in this crappy apartment. I'll get a new apartment. You just have to give me time.
It's going to suck. It's going to suck. But you know, my commute from here to high school is going to be like 50 minutes. There aren't enough podcasts in the day, Dad.
Sorry, James. Look, I think that you're kind of falling down a bad path. You know, I'm going to be honest. I
must be a really steep path then.
You still do have a way with words and metaphors. I'll give you that. But look, I went through your backpack. I'm sorry to say I did.
Dad,
I'm just wondering what exactly you're doing with a book like this.
Ayn Rand is a visionary.
James, Ayn Rand is a phase. She is a very quick phase that every unhappy person goes through.
Dad, I'm just trying to find myself right now. I have 2 homes. I have 1 bed and 1 couch. I have 1 backpack that apparently I need to put a password on because my dad's just gonna go through it.
Look, I just don't want you to go too far into this. Ayn Rand, objectivism, libertarianism, it just goes down a bad path. Do you understand?
I haven't seen you walking through the woods before. Are you on a commute to high school? Toot, 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 toot.
Yeah, I'm going to high school.
Oh. Well, this is the quickest way through the woods, but I must warn you, if you linger too long, I might have to keep you here forever.
What are you, some kind of like, are you a pervert or something?
No, I just live here in the woods, and I am always eager for company.
What's that in your hand?
It's a pan flute.
It doesn't look like a pan.
No, it does not. It's a rather strange name for such an instrument. They should call it a tubby flute or something, right? Not the little straws.
Well,
But what about that thing upon your back? Is that really a pack full of bags, or is it just a bag over your shoulder?
It's not full of backs. It's funny, but it doesn't make sense.
No. What is your name, if you don't mind me asking? Wait. Let me guess. I can see from your face.
My mom says that I look like my name, so it would make sense if you could guess it.
Stan?
Holy shit.
That's right. Just standing there, I can tell.
What's my middle name?
Oh, that's sweet. I've never had anyone ask me for the middle name.
My dad says he as soon as I came out of my mom, he's like, oh, I know what his middle name's gonna be.
Oh, ooh. Arthur?
Holy shit.
Hey,
oh man. He named me Arthur because apparently I was kind of stuck on the way out, and the doctor, he said, was just pulling, and my dad was like, oh, it's like the sword and the stone, and he pulled me out, and they're like, we should make his middle name Arthur.
Oh. Well, Stan, Arthur, I'm having quite a lovely chat with you, but I have to warn you again that if you don't continue on your way, I'm probably going to trap you here.
Like trap me like, or do you mean you just like want to hang out or something?
Well, invite you to stay permanently. Yeah.
I mean, I got a first period.
Hey, sir. Hi, sir. Sir, hello. Hi. Will you please take one of my pamphlets? My cousin went missing last week. His name was Stanley Higginbottom. Stanley Arthur Higginbottom.
All right.
If you could, thank you. His pictures on there. The phone number for the hotline is on there.
Which one of these people is he? There's a lot of people in this picture.
There's a circle around his face. It's a family photo. I mean, we had pictures of only him, but he was always making weird faces because it was just, it was selfies, and that was the only one where it wasn't a selfie.
Okay.
My dad says it's a cultural problem. Anyway, if you could just be on the lookout. He's been missing for 6 days, and like I didn't actually like him that much. He was kind of a nerd, and I'm like really cool, but he's my cousin. It's like
Oh well, I'm sorry. Sorry for yeah. No, we'll keep an eye out. Well,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. You're welcome. Do
Can I give you a few?
oh sure, yeah. I'll put them up all around the store if you yeah.
Okay,
Give me
that
a stack.
be amazing. I've always really liked Trader Joe's, so I appreciate it. John.
Yeah. Well, anything we can do to be part of this community is, I mean, if finding a lost kid is part of that. So
Yeah.
great deals.
Are you the manager, or would you need to get permission?
Oh no, I'm the manager. That's why I wear the red Hawaiian T-shirt as opposed to the blue one.
Oh, I never knew the difference. So that's really cool. So okay, so you're gonna put them up around the store.
I'll put them up. I'll put them over by the dairy. I mean, things like that.
Hey,
Okay.
John. A kid knocked over pasta sauce.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
don't-
Nope.
I can. Do you want me to mop it?
Yeah, Samantha, if you, I'll get
Okay.
one of the wet.
Sorry, John,
cones.
you have a lot to deal with. I'll bye. Thank you.
But yeah, no problem. We'll put those up. I'll take care of that.
Oh,
Sam,
no,
if you want to take, could you put these up around the store?
Yeah, I could. Yeah. But I mean, John, I'm okay to mop it if you want. I don't want you to feel like you have to treat me differently.
Sam, I'm not going to treat you. I'm not going to treat you any different. You're still an employee. You were an employee first, and I'm going to treat you like an employee.
Yeah,
Don't
I know,
first.
but it's just, it's just how you treat me second that I can't stop thinking about.
Well, that the second way I treat you is that one has to make sure it stays out of our workplace. If we're in the Joe, that stays outside the Joe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like when I was watching you button up your Hawaiian shirt today to go to work.
Hey, do you have any more of the nut mix? The mixed nuts, but not in the big bag, in the individual little portioned
nut
bags?
sacks?
The small nut sacks.
Yes,
do you
we do.
have
They're
any
over-
more of those?
Yes, they're over on aisle 7 with all the other snacky bits like the banana, fruit leather, and
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Don, I just want to make sure that you're going to come over tonight because it's going to be the big night for on the show. I think that they're actually going to
Well, they've been leading up to it, so I'm
know.
going to be there to see the climax of the show, but also.
Yes. Oh, yes. I know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. We're in the Joe. I don't want it. Okay. I'm not going to say more than that, but.
Listen, I'm gonna I will put these up later. I'm just gonna rush home. I want to clean things up a little bit and get ready for the show. Okay.
Of course, Sam.
Okay.
Give me those. I'll put those up and I'll mop up that tomato sauce.
Mom. Yeah, if you want to TiVo the show, you just press yes. You press the button that says TiVo.
Oh my, there it is. Oh, it's on. Oh my. Oh, look,
okay.
they're sitting down at the table. Oh, they're at the table.
Do you see a blinking thing?
It's blinking. I see it.
Okay. All right.
Is it working
enjoy.
in there, Barb? Is it working? Did I plug it in right?
It's working. Come back on.
Okay, I'm coming back in. I'm coming back.
So, Mom, Dad, this is Quadrandra.
Hi.
Strange looking woman.
I mean,
I'm not actually a woman.
They're really gender is a little bit more complicated where Quadrandra is from, and she, where she's from, Dad, she's not strange looking at all.
Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you, Quadrandra.
No, Quadrandra.
Oh,
Dad,
I'm so sorry.
I want you to pronounce
Actually, honey, you've been pronouncing it wrong for years.
Wait, what?
It's actually Quadrandra. So.
Quadrandra. Excellent.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We made this.
Oh. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me I've been saying it wrong?
What?
Why didn't you tell me I've been saying it wrong?
It's just really, it's hard.
Dad, could you excuse
you only
us
have
for
one
just a
tongue.
second?
Oh, sure. I'm just gonna go grab some. I'm gonna go help your mother real quick, and she'll be out in a little while too. I mean,
It's
she's
so
just
nice to meet you.
so lovely to meet you too. Welcome to the family.
Do you want to shake my hand?
Yes,
Shake my
please.
hand. Yeah.
Yes, great. All right, I'll be back. I'll be back.
I don't understand. Why would you not tell me that?
Honey, it's fine. You only have one tongue. It's really hard to get the click simultaneously.
I know I only have one tongue, okay? You let me know that all the time. You always say that. Oh, one tongue, one tongue.
Okay, well, you seem to appreciate the fact that I have two tongues, so I don't know why that's an issue.
This is not working out. Like, I feel so tense. I just feel so reactive.
Okay, well, we'll take a breath into your two lungs and just...
See, there you go again.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
I'm sorry. Is my knowledge of your anatomy a problem now?
Look, I just don't know if this is going to work out. It's just too complicated. It's just like everything's so complicated.
All right. I was warned about this. I was warned the human male is very, very emotional. Tends to go through a lot of roller coasters, especially around important, significant cultural and personal events like marriage and engagement. So, what was I supposed to do? Okay. So, hold my hands.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
many of them as you can.
Okay.
Okay. Look into my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna be okay.
they're asleep on the couch, but
What
TV's still on.
are you
It's
doing?
gonna be okay.
Season finale.
That felt good.
Well, I guess we can. It's over now. We can break in if we want. I just didn't. Sorry, I wanted to see the end.
And that's our show.
Yeah! Wow, that last scene of the season finale. Wow. When you exploded with love. I loved it. Thank you, Frame Sack. Love. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yeah, cool. So we got one last show for us tonight. This is from our Performing Improv Ensemble program, or our PI program for short. They are in that space between comedy and drama, and they're going to be improvising a family story for you tonight. So thank you for the suggestions. I'm going to go ahead and take Nick's suggestion, which is a gold tooth as a family heirloom. So welcome to the virtual stage, On the Verge.
Hey, you caught me at a weird time. Yeah, it's been a little hard. My name. Richard Johnson. Yep, that's it. I'm the father of two ingrates. Can't say this Midwest town has much more to offer them, but they could be a little bit more forgiving. Anyway, I've got a loving wife, and honestly, all I want is just kick back. I mean, I'm due for retirement any day. And honestly, it would be nice if I didn't have to resort to pawning the only valuable thing in my life. So that would be me.
My name is Al Jones. I'm Richard's best friend. Why, he's the salt of the earth. And thank goodness he's the head of the family. The rest of the family will take some getting used to.
Hi, my name is Stanley. I'm Stanley Johnson. I'm the baby of the family, and I don't I know it. Uh, I really like it in town here, but honestly, the only thing really keeping me here is, I'll be honest, it's the old gold tooth. It's a small thing, but it's like when you lose your tooth as a kid and it's just hanging on by a thread. Well, that's me and the tooth, and honestly, I can't wait to get out of this town. Just can't wait.
I'm Richard Smith, the local museum curator, and that Johnson family, I'll tell you, they've got a lot of problems, but they do have one thing that I've had my eye on for years. If they get desperate enough, I can finally get my hands on that tooth.
I'm Jeremy Johnson. My father, Richard, he's a real piece of work. Growing up, he'd work us real hard. I mean, I started working at the Ford plant when I was 16. I wasn't supposed to, but that's the kind of father he was. And the only kind of inheritance I can expect from him is a dang gold tooth. I remember when he got it, so proud of himself. So proud that he finally had something that was precious metal. Just wish he'd spent more time with us instead of polishing that damn tooth.
I'm Rod Schmitzen. I was Richard's dad Al's best friend. I worked at the plant with him 40 years. Sometimes I stop in and have dinner with him because I don't have any family. I probably know more about that gold tooth than any of them because I was there.
I'm Sarah Johnson, and, well, the wife of Richard Johnson, and, you know, Richard's been wanting to retire, but I just really think he's just lost the will to keep living. Like, where were the times when we just lived in the woods for months? I just don't, the old Richard is gone, and I don't know how to get him back.
Hi, I'm Jane, and I'm stuck in this town. I was a dentist, and all this family can talk about is a golden tooth. That's ironic on so many levels for me. I'm Jane. Oh, I'm Stanley's wife, by the way. Yeah, sometimes I forget that. Jane Johnson, Stanley's wife, used to be a dentist.
I'm Sarah Johnson, I'm Richard's wife, and I need to light a butt. Fire under his butt.
Rod Smithson. I'm an old timer around here, and I know more about that gold tooth than anyone.
I'm Jeremy Johnson. Just wish my dad had given me more.
I'm Rick Smith, and I've got my eye on that Johnson family tooth.
I'm Stanley Johnson. I'm the baby of the family, and I can't wait to get out of town.
Hey, Al.
And I'm Al Jones. I'm Richard's best friend.
I'm Richard Johnson. I'm ready to retire. I just hope I can find some kind of hope around.
Well, Stanley.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jeremy, I didn't, we should cut the small talk and really get down to what's important here. I always like seeing pictures of your dog. Um, you know, boy, I don't know why this is so hard to say. We used to.
Stop beating around the bush, Stanley. Tell me what's going on.
Okay. So, Jane and I are leaving town tomorrow.
So you're leaving your family behind, huh? Well, I didn't expect anything better from you, so guess you better get out of here.
I mean, what? Why you got to be like that? Aren't you at least curious about where I'm going and why? Do you not? You don't care. You just see me as the one, the failure, the one that didn't go work in the factory.
Well, you're the baby of the family, ain't you? And everybody treats you like that. You've always had it real easy, Stanley. And maybe getting out of town would be good for you. You finally have to learn to stand on your own two legs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's the best move. Hey, Jeremy, I'm gonna I'm really gonna miss you the most.
I miss you too, Stanley. Go out there. Go into the world and make something of yourself. Make sure you don't get stuck in this town like I did.
I mean, you're not stuck. You got a nice life. You're with a family, and you're so close to that. The damn gold tooth, you'll always have it. You can always see it at the house and think about the legacy, right?
I didn't choose this life, Stanley. That's the difference. See, I got stuck here taking care of my family since I was in high school.
Yeah.
It's all right. Sometimes we just got to make the best of the life we got.
Yeah, you're right. I hope to see you one more time at least before I go, but if I don't, I don't know if I've ever said this to you, but I love you.
I love you too. I'll see you, brother.
Richard! Hey, Richard! Ah!
Yeah, I hear you. Not dead.
Oh, have I got good news for you?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Look, I went down and I spoke with Ricky, and he has agreed that we can hold your retirement party over at the museum.
Museum?
Hmm.
How are we gonna have a party there? I mean,
Oh,
I thought you knew me better than this.
Now, Richard, you always said you wanted to have something different. You all wanted to try something new. And I figured all we got to do is we can go down and we'll go to the museum. We can have displays set up throughout the museum, and each of the displays is going to highlight a period in your life.
So I'm an artifact? That's what you're trying to tell me, Al?
No.
Ugh, man.
This is the way we're going to preserve the memory of everything that the Johnson family has accomplished.
All right. I see what you're doing. It's a nice gesture. I see that. All right. You've always been enthusiastic. I give you that. All right.
Yeah. So, like I said, Ricky is all for it, and he's got some great ideas. Ricky's good at ideas. He's got good ideas, and we're going to be able to have the retirement party. He said next week.
Who's gonna come? I mean, I've just been feeling so like, what's it all amount to? I mean, Sarah and my whole legacy, really. I mean, it's all centered around something that's not even mine. I mean, you gotta understand, I'm just trying to find the light again, Al. I mean, what sustains you? Because frankly, I mean, Sarah and I used to go on those big trips together, and I can tell she's just not happy anymore. What if retiring doesn't fix that? What do I do? Because this is it.
You've always been able to fix your life, Richard. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. We've always come through.
All right. I could take some more time.
You're going to take your time. I'm going to take my time. We're going to talk to Ricky. We're going to have one slam bang retirement party for you next week.
All right. Fine. I secede. I give up. I surrender. Go forth.
This is where it all happened. You probably think the Stanleys have been building cars since time immemorial. But when Al and I were little kids, we were about 11 years old. That was when his dad met with the dread pirate Norbert and knocked his gold tooth out of his mouth.
Okay, that's so fascinating. I mean, I love this family, you know. I mean, I'm very fond of this family. I was just wondering, how much do you think the gold tooth is valued right now?
I mean, you're dentist, so I would think you'd know in a normal way. But I would say the historical value of the gold tooth is pretty much immeasurable, or at least I'm sure a museum would pay a few thousand for it if they knew the story behind it. I mean, it's not an ordinary gold tooth.
A few thousand, you say? You know, Stanley and I are moving out of town. Yeah. We've been having a lot of expenses and.
Wow. Leaving the old home place.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Can you, between you and me, you know a lot about this tooth, its value. Can you find if any buyers are interested? I mean, Ricky keeps talking about this tooth.
I mean, sure, I can talk to the museum manager. I could talk to I'm sure there's people I could talk to, but no one really, no one believes an old codger like me when I tell my tales of the old days. They don't know that gold tooth voyaged around the world on every one of the 7 oceans of the world.
Oh, you know what? I have an idea. You talk about the history of the tooth, and I can bring my medical perspective. I mean, look at it. It is so perfect. No cavity. And perfect shape.
Are you sure you were a dentist? Because I'm just an old foolish guy, but I didn't know that gold teeth could get cavities. Is that true?
You know, that's a very good question. So it looks like it was on a human and it was extracted out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds very professional. It was extracted. I saw it extracted with a cane. Actually, it was kind of amazing. His dad just hit it right out of there with a cane.
Wow. You know, Rod, you know so much. We should, you know what? We should go to Ricky immediately. You know, going out of town, setting up in a new city is a lot of expense. And Stanley just keeps talking about how he loves his family, which is great. But we need the money, you know. I feel like no one understands that. Anyway.
I have a lot of respect for you, Jane, and I'm happy to do it. I think that gold tooth deserves to be in a museum. I would hate to have something bad happen to it. And if you Johnsons want to find a good place for it to settle, that's great by me.
Oh, actually, the Johnsons don't know it yet. So I would appreciate it if you could keep this between us. And you know so much. I know I've come to the right person.
Yeah, I'll tell them about the time the dread pirate Norbert held the representative of the British consulate hostage for 3 weeks, and that gold tooth just glinted, and the consulate representative remembered it for the rest of his life. He wrote about it in his memoir. I'll tell them about that.
Yeah, and I'll tell them about how the consulate had the perfect teeth. I mean, yeah, I can put my own spin on it. I mean, my own expertise to this. Thank you, Rod.
Hi, Sarah.
Yes. So I was thinking that we could just have some of the museum exhibits for the party be like exciting things that someone can do in retirement. What do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting things. I've heard Richard is a big fan of travel. You guys used to go on a lot of trips earlier in your marriage. Yeah, I could definitely accommodate that.
Yeah, we did. We haven't gone on a trip in 20 years, so
Yeah, I was talking to Al the other day. He said things have been a little rough. Do you think you're ready for retirement at this stage?
ugh. Well, I mean, I have been ready for years. But Richard, he just something about his personality makes him wiffle waffle and just down in the dumps, and then he's out of the dumps, and then he's back in the dumps, you know?
Well, you know Richard better than anyone, but if you don't mind me giving my 2 cents,
Yeah.
you married into this Johnson family, and you see the obsession they have with this tooth, and it's got great history, but something like that is meant to be shared with the world, in my view. That's why I do what I do.
Okay.
With that history, that kind of meaning for the community, something that's been around the world. The whole world deserves to see that. But he's mortgaging your retirement, all these great trips you could do, just to kind of hang on to this sorry, I hate to say it, but selfishly hang on to this one little heirloom. Has he ever thought of giving it up?
Oh God. I don't. He has never. But you make some good points. I feel like Stanley has been itching to get out. Said he'd been hanging by a tooth to this day. And maybe Richard has been hanging by this tooth to this boring life, If we can just throw it out the window. Clean slate. Oh man. Do you think that's what I mean, you're not a psychologist, but you have great opinions.
I think he doesn't know what he's missing. He doesn't know, I mean, the tooth is great. He doesn't know what he's giving up. These vacations you talk about, I can do it. At the party, I'll set up the exhibit. You can go to Rome. You can go to Australia. I'll set up exhibits for all the great destinations you can go if you just give up the tooth.
Yes. You're a genius, Ricky Smith. I hope this can save our marriage. Not our marriage, my marriage. All right. I'll do some work on Richard.
I'll set up this party.
Dad? Dad?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. I don't have a lot of time left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make your retirement party. Jane is really. I mean, Jane. She's been wanting to get out of here since we were born. Oh, Dad. You look disappointed with me.
Wouldn't stay. An extra. Couldn't you leave tomorrow? Everyone's coming together, and I know it's last minute.
I mean, that's the thing about impulsiveness, is that I guess I can always be impulsive. So, okay. Jane's gonna be angry, but she gets angry really quickly these days. So I'll be there. I promise. I promise.
Thanks, son. You know, I'm not the most affectionate. I've never been. But as I've aged, I realize I could have done more for you. So thanks for doing this for me.
Yeah. Anytime, Dad. Anytime. Whenever you need me. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you at the party. Yeah.
All
It's gonna
right.
be a good time. Okay. Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. We've had a wonderful time here at Richard's retirement party. Richard.
Hey, my family's all here. Everyone have a good time.
Surrounded by your family, loved ones.
Yeah.
It's good.
I just want to make a toast to Richard. He has been, I've known him a long time, ever since he was a little kid, and he's always been great. I worked on the line next to him at the Ford Assembly plant, and I think it's a great decision, Richard, that you're going to sell the gold tooth to the museum. I think that's where it belongs.
Toast to that.
Everybody.
Richard, your generosity is only exceeded by the bigness of your heart. And I'm honored now to be able to unveil to all of you the gift that Richard is going to bestow to the Johnsonville Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, one and all.
Oh.
Oh no! What?
What?
Richard,
What happened to it?
Al.
Yeah, it's
lose the tooth.
Al, where's the tooth, Al?
Yeah.
It was here. It was here.
I'm going to get you.
Al, listen. Al, check your back pocket.
Sarah, we've been working all this time so we could finally get out of here to go on our destination vow renewal. And you've ruined it.
Richard.
Does it mean we don't get the money? Oh, happy retirement, Richard.
I'm sorry.
Jane, the money.
I mean,
this is no. I'm staying.
What?
I'm staying. Yeah.
No.
I'm staying. I got it. Yes.
You gotta get out of here.
I have to help figure this out. If I do one thing.
great. You want to break up with me on... Oh, wow.
Well, Jane, Jane, we'll talk about this later. This is between me and Dad and the family, and that comes first. And I'm sorry, but this is...
Oh, Stanley, we love you too.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
I'm gonna get you, Al.
Richard, please.
We're gonna figure this out together. We're gonna get it done.
Richard. All right. I did what you told me. Here's your gold tooth. Now everything's up to you. I hope I did right.
Yeah! Woohoo! Family drama. Nicely done, On the Verge. Go ahead and take your bow. That was fantastic. Yay! Cool. Well, thank you. If anybody else is still in the Zoom room, On the Verge, we've got on stage. We also have Tiger Trio this evening, as well as From Secta with Love. So a really fun night of like very experimental stuff. Really enjoyed this evening. It was really lovely. So thank you, performers, for playing tonight and performing on our virtual stage. So this is our last show this evening for the summer season. We're going to be starting our fall season back in October, so a couple weeks off. You'll hear more about the show schedule for that. And yes, we're continuing to do online, but we're kind of keeping our ears and eyes open for opportunities for in-person performances. We're kind of waiting for this mask mandate to be lifted so our performers can show their faces on stage. So that's kind of what we're waiting for as far as Leela. But we're doing a lot of stuff online these days, so check us out on Saturday nights here on our YouTube channel back in October. And then also we have classes. So if you're sitting out there on your comfy couch looking for something to do, we're doing both online classes and in-person classes these days. So you can check out our website on leela-sf.com. So thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
Everyone.
Yay!